Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm EasyB. Today we're going to talk about the Stribog SP9A3. If you enjoyed today's content, give it a thumbs up, like the channel, subscribe to the channel so we can get to that $1 million viewer. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, if you've seen my videos before, I love the Stribog. And before I continue, all firearms have been safety checked. There's no ammunition around or no magazine. There are a couple of magazines that I will show, but at any point there was no ammunition inside the firearm. Anyway, I love the Stribog. I've discovered them a couple of years ago. I got one about a year ago. It's a Slovakian pistol from Grand Power, which is a company based in Priboj, I hope I pronounced that properly, in Slovakia, Slovak Republic. So the Stribog SP9A1, this is the Gen 2, which is a non-reciprocating handle pistol version. In 2018, a little bit of history. In 2018, this was submitted as a competitor, one of 6 selected by the US Army as a new SCW submachine compact weapon, but they ended up losing against the B&T APC9K. However, for the money, this is more than half the price of a B&T APC9K, and definitely cheaper than, at least a third of the price of the APC9K, half the price of many B&T products, especially like the GHM9. So for an entry affordable pistol that does this kind of the same thing, you can't go wrong with a Stribog SP9A1. So this is direct blowback system, and after that, sometime last year, Grand Power announced that they were releasing a roller delayed blowback, and I love roller delayed blowbacks, especially on the MP5 format. So like this one, which is more of a clone. So sorry, things came off with it. So I love roller delayed blowback, so I decided I will eventually get a roller delayed blowback Stribog, which I finally did. This is a Stribog SP9A3. So the A1 is the direct blowback, the roller delayed version is the A3. Right. So today's video is just to compare a little bit about the two. Externally, aesthetically, functionally, they are, well, feature-wise, they are exactly identical. Same outside, same lower, same upper, same slide. It's the internal mechanism that differs. So I have another video where I talk more about the Stribog. This is my first Stribog, which has already been accessorized. I've actually sold this one to someone who watches the channel, a buddy of mine. So I got it back just to shoot the video real quick. So this is his now. I sold him with all the stuff on it, and he's gonna deck it out even more. Maybe we'll borrow it to see what he does to it. I had barely shot that for more than maybe 300, 500 rounds total, including the breaking round. So this is the one I just received a week or so ago, and I'm gonna show you the inside, and I'm gonna talk about the difference and how the roller delay mechanism works. But I really love these guns. I really love this kind of pistol because they're short, compact. Of course, I will set this up the right way. I have a Stribog stock. I'll probably SBR form this one because I will install a brace or a stock. I will either put a brace, then it will still be a pistol, or if I put a stock, it will become a short barrel rifle, and I'll have to do an SBR form and add, and optics and all that. So, but the pistol is the same. If you look at it, it's got the same exact feature. The slides are the same, the upper, lower are the same. The Stribog, I think, is a great option because it's much more affordable. You have a lot more now aftermarket companies that are now doing lower that can take lock magazines and flat triggers and so on and so forth. The newer version of the Stribog actually, I think, comes with a flat trigger as well. This one does not have a flat trigger. Why do I like the gun, and why was it considered, I think, as even one of the options for the US Army, is ambidextrous safety. Ambidextrous features. You have an ambidextrous magazine release, safety switch, and you can move the charging handle from the left to the right. You have an ambidextrous slide lock release that you can operate from either side. Why did it come short? I don't know. I wasn't part of the selection program, but if I can, based on what I know on BNT products and Grand Power, I think the BNT has a more established platform in terms of modularity. Meaning, if you go to the BMT product, you can see already the different uppers, the different lower components that are interchangeable, such as the APC9 lower, I think, takes the GHM upper and things of that nature. So the BNT has a little longer history in terms of the modularity and providing to military armed forces. That may have been one of the competitors, I don't know. The BNT usually have a different switch that are a little more pronounced. It's not really a comparison video between BNT and the Grand Power Stribog. I just thought it was interesting when I was reading again about this pistol, and I remind myself it was considered to be one of the, it could have been the US Army SCW, but they didn't make it. So I thought I was curious to see what may have happened, and I'm just sharing with you my theory. But I mean, I love this pistol. There are a lot of videos out there. I didn't get one of the Gen 1s. I've got the Gen 2 A1, and now I have the A3. I personally did not have all the same challenges that many YouTubers have had. The magazines are different now. They have reinforced metal lips on the magazine. The original magazines were plastic, like this one, and I'm gonna do a side by side. I never had issue with the plastic magazine. I've run all my breaking rounds through the A1 with the original magazines. I've now shot a little bit with the new mags, so I cannot relate to the folks who've had a lot of issues. Maybe I was lucky enough because I wait for Gen 2. It's just like I tend to apply the same philosophy that I applied on power buying cars. You can be the first one to get the gun. Expect some change. Especially if it's something brand new to the market, you may want to be ready for some adjustment and revisions. Same thing, for example, on BMW's certain model. First gen, and then they do an LCI conversion. As you give them the beta testing, and you are as an end user, you're testing the product and provide feedback, they may improve a few things and change a few things. So it's not a bad thing, but if you're an early adopter and you must have the first thing of everything, just be ready to take whatever challenge or improvement that comes with it. Hopefully you can see this. So this is the internals of the gun. Here you can see the internals firing mechanism of the SP9A1, which is a direct blowback. So you have a massive block here that usually slides right here, and as the pressure in the gas chamber increases, the whole block is pushed backwards and brings through the recoil spring, and that's what's fired the gun and brings a new round. So this block is significantly heavier than this, and almost the same weight in this entire piece here. So let's put this aside for now. And this is the internal for the new SP9A3 with the roller delay mechanism. Can you see the roller? This is the roller. Normally this is how it's mounted, and the roller goes right here. So try to see if you see this one. So this is the front of the gun. That's the rear recoil spring buffer system. As the gas pressure increases when you fire around, this roller is pushed upwards, which now release this little small block and allows the entire assembly to go backwards, eject the casing, and come forward. So this is the delay piece. Pressure chamber, roller goes up, this retracts, slides back, and fires. So this is the roller delayed system. The difference being the roller, this little let's call this a tiny block. I don't have a better term for it. You have serrations, sorry, not serration. You have cutouts on top, so they lighten the weight of this bolt assembly unit, which is now tied to where the recoil system spring is inside, on the inside. So all around, this is much lighter than this from the A1 version. These are both Gen 2 because they have this plastic buffer system versus the one previous generation which has the plates. But this entire assembly is lighter than this one, so which helps in recoil management. And then the roller system, it's an additional benefits in terms of the recoil management. So let's put this back into the A3 real quick. Hopefully I can zoom out so you can see a little bit better. Alright, reassembling the A3. I'm going to put this A1 stuff on the side. And I know I didn't do a disassembly, but you do the inverse. So I put the roller back in, put the recoil spring inside, I never remove it. I'm making sure the roller doesn't fall off. Looking at the rear of the gun, let me adjust the focus. And then just slide this in. And that's it. Of course, they both have a non-reciprocating handle. And then slide the assembly in. Take the base plate, the cap, push it down, push up. So straight down, then up. Lower retention pin. This is still new, brand new, so it's pretty stuff. So you can see the difference. On the A1, it's completely filled up. In the charging handle area, you see the whole bolt. And this, on the A3, you can even see how much less material there is inside. But I could tell the difference. Recoil management definitely better. Threaded barrel, right? They both have threaded barrel, and you can suppress. So I also shot this suppress. No optics, just the flip up sight. Accuracy was top notch. I didn't have any issue, and I was about 20-25 yards though. If you compare that to a BNT, like this one is the GHM9 empty magazine. And already kind of outfitted with a few things, but the BNTs are more expensive. Now the safety switch I was talking about, this one is more pronounced, right? So, and it's so new, it's still pretty hard. So you get more purchase from your finger if you were to operate the safety switch compared to the Grand Power Stribog, which is more flat and looks like a little more discreet. I kind of like the discrete safety switch, and I don't like the safety switch that's so hard I have to put a lot of force or muscle into. But yeah, maybe if I get an APC9K, we can compare the two pistol. But you know, that's all those things are so expensive. I can't just buy everything, and I definitely can buy everything fast, and I definitely get in trouble for buying things. So real life, man. But anyway, I wanted to kind of show you the difference between the APC, the SP9A1 and A1 and the SP9A3. I'm looking forward to owning and shooting this one a lot. I shoot everything I own, you know, some more than others, but I was gonna run a class with this one yesterday, but I couldn't. So I'm looking forward to running a complete training course using this as a pistol caliber carbine or something and see how it performs. But I'm so excited about the roller delayed mechanism, which will allow a better recoil management. So I love roller delayed. So hopefully there are more companies that can provide roller delayed based mechanism. As far as I'm concerned, you can't go wrong with those. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I appreciate the support. Take care. Until next time.